Good morning, children. Today we are going to do a new chapter, equation of a straight line. If you remember, in your previous classes, you have done, suppose I take a linear equation, x plus y is equal to 7. And if you draw a graph of this equation, x plus y is equal to 7, then it will come a straight line. Are you getting it? But every time it is not necessary to calculate the coordinates of the linear equation and then to plot them on the graph. Are you getting it? Here coordinates will be given and we'll find out the equation of the straight line. Okay. Before I start with the chapter, you should know few terms which will be used in this chapter. First is inclination of a straight line. Inclination, as the name says, that it will be an angle. So when we are going to measure the inclination of a straight line, it will always be measured from the positive direction of x-axis. This is x-axis. Positive direction is this way. It means it is anti-clockwise. Are you getting it? It is anti-clockwise. We are going to measure the angle. You can see we have measured this angle. Angle theta is angle of inclination, and here angle theta will be measured this way from x-axis and from the positive direction of the x-axis anti-clockwise. Are you getting it? We will not take this angle, or we are not going to take this angle. We will take the angles which are marked in the diagram from the positive direction of the x-axis. We will start measuring the angle from the x-axis and from the positive direction. It means anti-clockwise. Are you getting it? Angle formed by line with the positive direction on x-axis is known as inclination of a straight line, and generally it is denoted by angle theta. Fine. And now, two special cases. Inclination of a line which is parallel to y-axis, or it may be y-axis itself. So if a line, I have taken line L which is parallel to y-axis. What is the angle of line L from x-axis? From the positive direction of the x-axis? It is from here to here. So you can see it is 90 degree. So if a line which is parallel to y-axis, its inclination will be 90 degree. Another case, inclination of a line which is parallel to x-axis, or it can be x-axis itself. Then it is 0 degree. Why it is 0 degree? Because if you measure the angle of line L is this, it is making which degree angle with the line, with the x-axis? It is parallel to x-axis, so it is not making any angle with x-axis. It means its inclination will become 0 degree. Now, second term which we widely use over here, it is x-intercept and y-intercept. What do you mean by that? Here is the diagram. You can see I have taken a line. X and x dash is the x-axis, y and y dash is the y-axis, and this is the line. AB is the line. AB is a line segment. If I see that AB has intercepted, or we can say length of OA is A. Length of OA is A and length of OB is B. So this B is known as y-intercept and A is known as x-intercept. It means the portion cut by line segment on x-axis, it is x-intercept, and the portion cut by straight line by line on y-axis, it is known as y-intercept. Are you getting it? It means the length which is covered on x-axis will become x-intercept. The length which is covered on y-axis, the portion basically which is cut on y-axis by the line segment, is known as y-intercept. X-intercept is said x-intercept only, but y-intercept, which will be used widely in our formulae, it is denoted by small c. Clear? Now we are moving to slope or gradient. Slope, we can say slope also. The second name of slope is gradient. Slope or gradient of a straight line. If you can see in this diagram, x-axis and y-axis are seen properly. I have taken line segment AB. Line segment AB on which I have taken 2 points. As you know that coordinates can be taken as x1, y1 and x2, y2. So here I have taken the coordinate as x1, y1. Here I have taken the coordinate as x2, y2. I have taken 2 points on the line segment. Are you getting it? What will be the slope? Slope means the inclination, basically how much inclined it is with x-axis. Clear? So if we do not know the angle, if we do not know the inclination, but it is given that these 2 points are there which lie on the line segment AB, you know the coordinates of those 2 points which lie on the line segment AB, or you can say the line segment AB passes through 2 points whose coordinates are known. You know both the coordinates. Then you can use this formula to calculate slope. Formula is m is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, or you can use as y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2. See, you have to understand this. If you are taking y2 minus y1, then you are bound to take x2 minus x1. If you are taking y1 minus y2, then you are bound to take x1 minus x2. Are you getting it? Both are right, but you have to remember that if you have taken y2 minus y1, then you have to take x2 minus x1. So m will be equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. If you take m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x1 minus x2, it will be wrong. Clear? Okay. There is one more formula. You can calculate slope of a straight line if inclination, it means angle of inclination is given, theta is known. Then we can use formula m is equal to tan theta. Clear? Then slope can be calculated by this formula also. M is equal to tan theta, where theta is angle of inclination. Now we should know which types of lines will be there. So there will be 3 types of lines. One will be horizontal line, second is vertical line, and the third will be oblique line, which we'll be generally using in this chapter. So horizontal line, any line which is parallel to x-axis is called horizontal line. You can see here AB is a line segment which is parallel to x-axis, and you have done these kind of questions in previous classes, that if you have to find out the equation of a line which is parallel to x-axis and it cuts 3 unit above the origin on the y-axis, then what will be the equation of this line? Because it is parallel to x-axis, then the equation of this line will be equal to y is equal to b, and that b will be the portion cut by this line segment on y-axis. Suppose it is cutting 3 units above the origin, then then equation becomes y is equal to 3. And if it cuts downwards, then it will be, suppose downwards it is 2 units below the origin, then y will be equal to, y is equal to minus 2. Clear? So you have to remember that if a line segment is given whose equation you have to find out, if a question is like that, Find out the equation of a line which is parallel to x-axis and cuts 2-unit intercept on y-axis in positive direction. Then formula of equation will be equal to y is equal to b, and b will be plus 2 here. That means y is equal to 2 becomes the equation of a line which is parallel to x-axis. Likewise, vertical lines. Okay, vertical lines means any line which is parallel to y-axis is called vertical line. You can see in this diagram a line, this line on which you can see different points. Okay, you can see this line. This line is actually parallel to y-axis. And if it is parallel to y-axis, it will not cut y-axis anywhere. It will not intersect y-axis anywhere. Okay. So, equation, while writing the equation will be in which form? X is equal to a. The equation of a line which is parallel to y-axis, it will be in which form? X is equal to a. And this a is what? Intercept cut by the line segment on x-axis. As you can see, it is cutting x-axis, it is intersecting x-axis at point 2 plus 2. So formula equation of this line segment will become x is equal to 2. You have to understand one more thing. Slope of these lines. Clear? I'll go back for a minute. Okay. Slope of a line which is parallel to x-axis. If a line is parallel to x-axis, what will be its slope? Its slope will be equal to 1. Why it will be equal to 1? Because you will come to know later on, but right now you understand this much कि if a line which is parallel to x-axis, its slope will be equal to 1. In today's class only, I'll tell you why it will be equal to 1. Likewise, if I have taken a line which is parallel to y-axis, its slope will be equal to m. Slope will be equal to infinite, or we can say it is not defined. I'll explain this. I'll pick up a question and with the help of that, I'll explain this. Moving on to the other formulae. Equation of a straight line. See, I have told you two types of lines. One is a line which is parallel to x-axis. If a line which is parallel to x-axis, standard form of the equation is y is equal to b. A line, equation of a line which is parallel to y-axis, standard form of the equation of the line will be equal to x is equal to a. You can consider that these two are the formulae. The formula for equation of a line parallel to y-axis, x is equal to a. The formula for equation of a line which is parallel to x-axis will be y is equal to b. Clear? Now, if a line which is not parallel to x-axis, which is neither parallel to x-axis nor parallel to y-axis, how will you calculate equation of that particular line? There are two ways. One is slope-intercept form and the other is point-slope form. So, slope-intercept form means the standard form of the equation of a straight line if slope is given and y-intercept is given. Two things. If two things are known, slope is known and y-intercept is known, then you should use which formula? Y is equal to mx plus c, where m is slope and c is y-intercept. And suppose the question is given in this form that the slope of a line is given and the line passes through point 3, 4. Then how will you find out the equation? Then you will use point slope form, which is y minus y1 is equal to m within bracket x minus x1, where m is the slope and x1 and y1 are the coordinates of the point by which the line segment is passing through. Like it is passing through 3 comma 4, so x becomes 3, x1 becomes 3, y1 becomes 4. Clear? I'll pick up the questions, then I'll explain it to you. Find the slope of a line whose inclination is 30 degree. Inclination means angle. Angle is given 30 degree. We know the formula m is equal to tan theta. See, there are two formulae for m. One is m is equal to tan theta. The other is m is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Here we are going to use m is equal to tan theta because angle was given. Clear? So m is equal to tan theta and theta is given 30 degree. We have put the value and tan theta is 1 upon root 3. Second question, find the inclination. Now we have to find out the angle of inclination. Theta we have to find out, whose gradient is root 3. It means slope is given. Value of m is root 3 and we are supposed to find out theta. So m is equal to root 3. We know that m can be written as tan theta. So tan theta is equal to root 3 and root 3 can be written as tan 60 degree because tan 60 degree is equivalent to root 3. And now if we compare, theta becomes equal to 60 degree. So angle of inclination is 60 degree. Now moving on to question number 3. Find the equation of a straight line which is parallel to x-axis. If a line which is parallel to x-axis, standard form of the equation, y is equal to b. And it is at a distance 3 units below it. Below it means the diagram will be something like that. Okay, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this yellow line is representing the position of the line segment. This line segment, this yellow line is the line segment which is parallel to x-axis and it is intersecting 3 units below the origin. Below the origin, it means it will become minus 3. The distance becomes minus 3 because it is below the origin. Standard form of the equation says y is equal to b and b, y intercept is minus 3. So y is equal to minus 3. So equation becomes y plus 3 is equal to 0. Clear? Moving on to the next question. It is, find the equation of a straight line which is parallel to y-axis. A line which is parallel to y-axis, standard form of the equation should be x is equal to a. Next part of the question says, which is at a distance 2 units to the left side. The diagram will look like something like this. Okay, black lines are the x-axis and y-axis. Yellow line is representing the position of the line segment which we are talking about. This line segment is parallel to y-axis and it is left side, 2 units left side. The left side, it becomes minus 2. Standard form says that x is equal to a. Value of a is minus 2. So it becomes x is equal to minus 2. So it will be written as x plus 2 is equal to 0. So final equation becomes x plus 2 is equal to 0. Moving on to the next question. Find the equation of a straight line which is parallel to y-axis. Okay, it is parallel to y-axis. Standard form becomes x is equal to a. And this line is passing through the point minus 3 comma 5. They have not given that which side. They have given that it is passing through point minus 3 comma 5. So first of all, the standard form is x is equal to a. And this line segment, it is passing through point minus 3 comma 5. Always remember, when we'll have this kind of question that a line passes through a particular point, then point will always satisfy the equation. What does it mean? It means if you will put x is equal to minus 3 and y is equal to 5 in that equation, then LHS will always be equal to RHS. Fine? It means whenever you have been given that a particular point minus 3 comma 5 line passes through point minus 3 comma 5, then what are you supposed to do? This point will satisfy the equation. So put x is equal to minus 3 and y is equal to 5 in the equation. As we do not have y here, so x will be substituted by minus 3. Then what happens? Value of a, you have got value of a. They did not give the value of a directly. So we have calculated this way. So value of a has come minus 3. Now again we will go back to the equation. The standard form is x is equal to a. Now we know that a is minus 3. So equation becomes x plus 3 is equal to 0. Clear? Once again I will tell you. See, in this kind of question where point is given, then you need to substitute x with minus 3 and y is equal to 5. When you will do that, you will get the value of a, and once you have got the value of a, you will substitute in the standard form of the equation. Clear? Moving on to next question, it is you have to find out a line whose slope is minus, equation of the line whose slope is minus 2 upon 7 and y-intercept is 3. Two things are given, y-intercept c is given and slope m is given. So slope-intercept formula is y is equal to mx plus c. We will substitute m by minus 2 upon 7 and c by 3. So y is equal to m minus 2 upon 7x plus 3. We will take LCM, it becomes n cross multiplication. So 7y is equal to minus 2x plus 21. Final equation becomes 2x plus 7y is equal to 21. Clear? Moving on to the next question, it is find the slope and y-intercept of the following lines. Equation have been given. We need to find out what is the value of m and c, y-intercept. Clear? So first of all, we'll bring the equation into the standard form. What is the standard form of slope-intercept? Y is equal to mx plus c. So first of all, we'll take the LCM. It will become 4x plus 3y is equal to 12. We need y is equal to mx plus c. So we'll transfer everything other side. We'll keep y separately. So 3y is equal to minus 4x plus 12. 3 will also be transferred. So it becomes minus 4 upon 3x plus 12 upon 3 becomes 4. Now if we compare it with y is equal to mx plus c, m becomes minus 4 upon 3 and c becomes plus 4 y-intercept. So y-intercept becomes 4 unit and m becomes minus 4 upon 3. Clear? Moving on to the next part. It is x minus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to 3. Ab y is not there. Standard form is y is equal to mx plus c. How can we compare to find out value of m and c? Then what we will do, we have another method to find out the slope. M is equal to tan theta. So first of all, if it is x is equal to 3, this line will be parallel to y axis. This type of equation, x is equal to a. This is the standard form of a line which is parallel to y-axis. So if this line is parallel to y-axis, it will make 90-degree angle with the x-axis. So angle becomes 90 degree, theta becomes 90 degree. M is tan theta, so M is equal to tan 90 and tan 90 is what? Infinite, means not defined. That is why I told you that a line which is parallel to y-axis, its slope will be not defined. It means it will be infinite or not defined. And y-intercept will be 0 because it is parallel to y-axis. It is not going to intersect y-axis anywhere. Clear? Y minus 3 is equal to 0. So it is y is equal to 3. Or we can write it as y is equal to 0 into, this dot means multiplication, into x plus 3. So if we compare it with y is equal to mx plus 3, value of m becomes 0 and value of c becomes 3. It means slope of a line which is parallel to x-axis. Y is equal to 3. So this will be parallel to x-axis. So slope of a line which is parallel to x-axis will be 0. Clear? And y-intercept is 3 because it will intersect x-axis somewhere. The last question for the day is, the diagram is given in this manner. Okay, this question has been taken from your book, so you can see two lines are there. We need to find out the slope. We need to find out the inclination of these lines from the positive direction of the x-axis. So this line y is equal to root 3x minus 1. It is making angle alpha. The angle of inclination will be alpha. And the line y is equal to x plus 1. It is making angle beta. We need to find out the angle of inclination. So we should know first of all the slope. So with the help of the equation, I have taken y is equal to root 3x minus 1. If you compare it with y is equal to mx plus c, so m becomes root 3. M formula says tan theta, but here angle is alpha, so I have taken tan alpha. So tan alpha is equal to root 3. So it will be root 3 is the value of 60 degree in tan, so tan 60 degree. If we compare, alpha becomes 60 degree. Likewise, if I take line y is equal to x plus 1 and if I compare y is equal to mx plus 1, so m is 1 into x, m is 1. And as this line was making angle beta, so m will be written as, the standard form is m is equal to tan theta, but I have written m is equal to tan beta because it is making angle beta. 1 is tan 45, okay, beta will be equal to 45, okay. Now look at the diagram once again. Alpha has come 60 degree, beta has come 45 degree. If you look at this triangle, alpha is the exterior angle of this triangle, which will be equal to sum of two opposite interior angles, that means theta and beta. So we can write it as alpha is equal to beta plus theta, and alpha is 60 degree, beta is 45. So angle theta becomes 15 degree.